Someone recently requested a tour of the house, and I told them that I had done one, but when I went back to check the old video, I realized that we've made a lot of changes since then. So we're going to do another tour of the house. We're in the entryway here. Just come in the front door. First thing we see is a cat door. It goes out into the enclosure with its little entry alcove here. Catches mud and various little muddy footprints for the kitties. One of the changes I made was I updated this high-rise scratcher thing for the kitties goes up to the high windows, and then they have a shelf that goes around the corner, which is above the front door. Painting of Tiny Bear, which is actually fairly old now. Tiny Bear is 11, and I painted that when she was very young, perhaps a year old. I did have baskets here, and I've replaced them with good, sturdy wooden boxes, which are easier to wipe down. The baskets were also breaking down from the cats going up and down. There was a basket on this lower ledge here. Simicon jumped from the top down to the lower basket and sheared it off. He didn't hurt himself, fortunately, but that was time for me to update and make that a little sturdier. We've got our entryway frog here. Old video had this hutch was not painted at the time. It looks so drab now when I look at it. In the older videos before I painted it. I painted it about 5 years ago, I guess. And we've added a sunroom, which we will go into. The kitchen is relatively untouched. I painted the cabinets about 10 years ago. The kitchen really needs a workover, so that's next on my list, but I really don't want the disruption, so I keep dragging my feet. Maybe next year. This is from the living room up. This is actually a very small house in a very typical California suburb on a busy street, but it seems quite spacious because of the high ceilings. And all of the artwork that you see here is mine with just a few exceptions. I have my sister's art and another from a very good friend. This is an elephant from Marine World. She's actually existed, oldest elephant in Northern California at the time. I think that was 2004. Her name was Taj. Now, down the hallway. The downstairs bath has also been redone since the old video. I redid it so that I could actually fit a litter box in here. This is an extra door to the bathroom. I had this built when we were having kittens a lot. And I still use it. It's a nice way to cordon off, isolate a sick kitty or new kittens while they get adjusted to the new environment, to get checked over, that sort of thing. And you can see through it. This room is popularly known as the kitten room. It's actually my downstairs bedroom, ex-bedroom. It was a bedroom when I first moved in, and I have since taken out the closet doors, many permutations later, and this is what we have here. This has also changed quite a bit since the old video. I had a lot of my old furniture in here, over in this corner, and a cork floor. And I don't think I had painted this. This is a linoleum vinyl sheet, which I painted design on for the centerpiece of the floor. So this room, since the last video, has a new floor, and we have a new computer station, which is a little more organized. so that I can keep it clean. And this is the official cat room, kitten room, office, studio, art studio, etc. with my built-in tables and whatnot. When I do have kittens, if I do have kittens, this is where they're usually born and raised, in here. In the old video, this is also changed too. I did have an inexpensive Home Depot screen door, and I finally went ahead and put a nice door here. It has a shade that I can pull down over it if I have a mother with kittens and she needs her privacy, that sort of thing. And this is the kitten gate. Triple, you went in there? You remember when you were a kitten? Yeah, you were a kitten. We had you close in there, didn't we? In any case, this is the gate that we can close across the nursery. This gate right here. Yes, Triple. This gate right here. We can close across the nursery so the big cats can jump over, but the little babies can't. Assuming we ever have any kittens in the future, Miss Tribble, Miss Mariah Sage, we want kittens, we want kittens, we want kittens. Yes, we do. The laundry room has also had a badly needed facelift. We took out our stack pack, which was the washer dryer stacked on top of each other, and exchanged it for one of those all-in-one machines that take it from the wash to the dry. It's a pretty good machine, and it does all I need, and it gives me a lot more space. Once again, this room is basically for cats. We have the litter boxes in here, and this is the infamous goodie table, although I'm no longer using it for goodies because it becomes a stampede and we have traffic jams. But we've built a little ramp that goes up through a hole, and the kitties are up here quite often, especially the little cat Mariah. She loves sitting up here. She sleeps in one of these boxes much of the day. So this is our laundry room. No big deal. It does have a one of our flimsy screen doors in case I do need to cordon anybody off in here and I can see what they're doing. All of my litter box tools are in here as well. In 2013, I had a small addition added to the house. Once again, mostly for the cats, but I enjoy it a lot too. It's right off the living room, and I leave it open all the time, just like another room. And this was mainly built to give me a place to feed the cats and a little extra room for cats and stuff. But I spend a lot of time out here and enjoy it myself. It is out into the enclosure, so we lost a little bit of our enclosure space, but we still have plenty. The kitties have their scratching post here, a little scratching table. We've got Sahara in the upper bed, and Mariah Sage is looking out the window from below. This also gave them a second cat door out into the enclosure, which was very nice, and I built another little entry alcove for them here, which collects mud and stuff like that as they come and go. Another place for a litter box. We've got their feeders here, and when I feed them all together, they usually have their plate mats and plates all over the floor, but it's really a nice addition. We'll take a quick jaunt upstairs. Nothing much has changed up there. This is our upstairs landing, and once again we have another litter box. There's a shelf up here which looks down into the living room. As you can tell, it's quite a ways down. In any case, we have plexiglass well up above. I built a rail around the outside of it and then ran plexiglass up the inside and above the top. So we don't have any tight walking cats up here. Several of the cats do jump up here, and they use this bed quite a lot, this little cat bed here. The railing at the top of the stairs and also all the way down is also protected with a plexiglass wall. Not too much to show in the upstairs. We just have the one bedroom upstairs. I do have another cheap plastic screen door here in case I want to close the kitties off. I often do this if there's construction going on in the house or some reason like that I need to keep them safe. This way I can check on them just by looking through the door. This is a giraffe's butt painted on the door, and nothing remarkable much about the bedroom. Up here I have some of my older art. This is all of my darker digital art. Perhaps the most interesting thing is my giraffe here. One of my first murals. It's an interesting challenge, and hence the painting on the door so that the giraffe can be complete, either door open or door closed. And I guess that's about it for tiny little tour of tiny little house.